1187 AD, the Kingdom of Jerusalem still stood. Its walls were intact, its armies undefeated in living memory, but the collapse had already begun, not at the gates, not on the battlefield, but in decisions no one could undo. This channel explores the moments when history did not explode, it shifted, not through miracles or legends, but through discipline, miscalculation, and systems grinding against each other until one finally gave way. Saladin's reconquest is often told as a simple reversal, a Muslim leader defeating Crusader armies and retaking Holy Land. But this story is not about victory, it is about why the Crusader kingdom, after nearly a century of survival, suddenly failed to survive at all. Why a state built for war collapsed in a single campaign, and why, after 1187, the balance of power in the Eastern Mediterranean never fully returned to what it had been. For decades, the Crusader states had existed in a fragile equilibrium. They were not large, they were not united, but they were strategically placed fortified cities along the coast, supported by fleets from Europe, connected by castles that controlled roads, water, and trade routes. Their survival depended on one principle: avoid catastrophic defeat. Raids were acceptable, skirmishes were constant, but a single lost field army could mean everything. Across the region a different system was taking shape. Under the leadership of Saladin, Egypt and Syria were gradually unified under the Ayyubid dynasty. This was not sudden conquest, it was administrative consolidation, tax systems aligned, supply networks coordinated, rival Muslim factions neutralized. For the first time since the First Crusade, a single power controlled both sides of the Crusader states. Geography began to turn against them. To the south lay Egypt's wealth, to the north, Syria's manpower. Between them, the narrow corridor of Crusader territory, exposed and dependent on internal unity that rarely existed. Inside the Kingdom of Jerusalem, politics grew unstable. Kings died young. Regents governed for minors. Power shifted between nobles whose private rivalries mattered as much as external threats. Two figures came to symbolize the divide. One was King Guy of Lusignan, inexperienced, cautious, uncertain. The other was Raynald of Châtillon, aggressive, unpredictable, famous for breaking truces and attacking caravans deep in Muslim territory. Raynald's raids did more than steal goods. They attacked the stability that had allowed the Crusader states to survive. Saladin had tolerated earlier provocations, but Raynald eventually crossed a line, attacking a caravan reportedly connected to Saladin's own family and threatening the holy cities of Arabia. Now the conflict was no longer strategic. It was personal, political, and religious at once. Saladin declared a full campaign. The decisive moment did not come at Jerusalem's walls. It came in open country, far from strong fortifications. At a place called the Horns of Hattin, Saladin did not rush toward battle. He designed conditions that would make defeat almost inevitable. First, he gathered a large coordinated force from across his territories, not just soldiers, but logistics, water carriers, supply animals, engineers. Then he struck at Tiberias, a fortress whose garrison included the wife of one of the Crusader kingdom's most influential nobles. It was bait. Inside the Crusader Leadership Council, a debate erupted. Stay near secure water sources and let Tiberias fall, or march across arid land to relieve it. Experience argued for caution. Honor argued for action. Guy chose to march. It was the decision Saladin needed. The Crusader army moved in the heat of July. Water sources were scarce. Muslim forces harassed them constantly, not seeking decisive engagement, only exhaustion. Arrows fell, then disappeared. Cavalry attacks struck, then withdrew. Smoke drifted across the plain as brush was set on fire, choking men already desperate for water. Discipline began to erode. Knights charged prematurely. Infantry lagged behind. Formations stretched, then fractured. By the time the army reached the slopes of Hattin, thirst had become a weapon more effective than steel. Saladin did not attack immediately. He surrounded, he waited. The Crusaders were now trapped between enemy forces in terrain that offered no escape and no water. Their famous heavy cavalry, devastating in controlled charges, could not maneuver effectively on the rocky ground. Night brought no relief, only the realization that morning would bring battle under the worst possible conditions. On July 4, 1187, The Crusader army collapsed. Not instantly, not dramatically. Gradually, unit by unit, line by line, charges failed to break through encirclement. Infantry formations disintegrated under constant missile fire. Heat and dehydration did what swords could not. Eventually, resistance ceased to function as an army. King Guy was captured. Raynald was captured and later executed by Saladin personally, a calculated act that signaled both justice and deterrence. Most of the kingdom's military strength had vanished in a single day. This was not merely defeat, it was the removal of the system that defended the Crusader state. Without field armies, castles became isolated. Without coordination, garrisons could not support each other. Without manpower, even strong walls became temporary obstacles. Saladin moved quickly but methodically. City after city surrendered: Acre, Nablus, Jaffa, Ashkelon. Many chose negotiation over resistance, knowing relief would not come. Finally, the campaign reached Jerusalem.